Hello, guys. I came to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery for two main reasons. One was to look for David Lynch's grave, and the other reason was to draw inspiration for my Gothic cemetery garden that I'm trying to create in my backyard. So I got one of them accomplished. However, David Lynch is not buried here at all, even though a lot of internet or online sources indicate that he is buried here or that his ashes are here or something, but totally wrong because I was not going to find it if I was going to look for it by myself. So I asked the information area for a map, and I believe they cost $6. And I just kind of asked how often do they update the maps, and they told me every 2 years, I believe. But David Lynch just passed away in January, so I was probably not going to be able to find him. And I also heard or read that the staff, they're not supposed to tell you where any of the graves are. That's not their job, so that's why you buy a map. So I was going to buy a map, and so the kind lady at the counter, she asked me who I was looking for, and I told her David Lynch, and surprisingly, she told me that a lot of people go there every day, or in the past, ever since David Lynch passed away, asking about him. And so unfortunately, he's not at the Hollywood Cemetery. And I asked the kind lady behind the counter where David Lynch is at, and she says she doesn't know, nobody knows. And when I heard that, I wasn't expecting anything less because that sounds very David Lynch, very mysterious. Maybe I'll never know where he's at. And that was a very David Lynch moment for me there as well. I was just left very puzzled. So that was my David Lynch moment, trying to look for his grave. I will be posting a tribute video to David Lynch in the future as I'm trying to put some material together, so look out for that if you would be interested. And now on to the garden inspiration. So here's the little rose garden they have, and in the middle there's this gazebo slash arbor thing here. It's so beautiful. And I am installing something in my garden, kind of like, well, not as majestic as that, but just something. So I bought it already. I bought it before I came to the cemetery, so hopefully it'll look nice. After my huge David Lynch disappointment, I was rewarded with this beauty, you guys. I was not even expecting to find this, but it's a toyon tree. Look at this. And what really, really struck me is that they've kept it really small, and these can get really huge. And I asked the guy that worked, there was a worker there, and he told me that he's been working at that cemetery for over 18 years, and it's always been looking like that. So I have hopes. This is how I want my toyon tree to look like, exactly like this with its little curves. I know I've said that I don't like the manicured pruned look, but this is different because I want to keep this toyon tree small. It's actually a shrub, I think, and they can get huge. And but I want mine to remain small just like this. So I'm going to be pruning it often. And look at those beautiful berries there. And it's also called the Christmas berry due to those beautiful berries that it produces in winter. So I think this was the biggest this made my day after my little disappointment. This totally made my day. This little cemetery tour was all worth it. Also, this is not a cemetery tour as I've traditionally done in the past. It's more of me trying to get inspired by nature that's found in cemeteries and see what else I could do with my little cemetery garden. And look at this statue here. Look how little it is, but it really commands our attention with those huge trees behind it. As tiny as this little statue is, it really stands out like amongst those huge trees. So just really beautiful. And again, another statue here. As I've said in my other video, I won't be able to put a lot of dark foliage plants in my garden, but I'm trying to incorporate more statuary, and I think that's going to really bring out that Gothic look, that cemetery look that inspires me. Even just installing Some huge rock pieces like those would do the job. I love every single statue in this cemetery. However, this is probably my favorite. It is so beautiful. It is just very quintessential Gothic, I think. I could just admire this all day if I could. Look how beautiful this dead tree looks right now, but it'll probably be even more beautiful when it starts to bloom once it gets going. Okay, that's it. Have a good day, everyone.